You've probably heard that people who journal experience significant mental and physical health benefits and an improved quality of life. Research shows that journaling can help you reduce stress, anxiety, and depression, boost immunity, decrease your risk of illness, cultivate gratitude, which is directly linked to increased optimism and well-being. It can also help you recovery from trauma, loss, and bereavement, and help you grieve in a way that is healing. Basically, journaling can help you live a happier and healthier life. Now, if you've ever looked online for art journaling inspiration, you've probably seen a lot of pretty, polished, perfect pages that ultimately didn't do anything for you. There's no shortage of tutorials out there, but have you honestly ever found anything that helped you facilitate the inner transformation you truly crave? Is that your story? Is that why you're here today? Let me guess, you're on a healing path. Your happiness is important to you. And while this journey is a personal one, you also hope someday to share your story with others, because deep down you believe that doing that could also help someone else in their journey. Here's the thing, you're here for a reason. Something made you click this link. Maya Angelou said that there is no greater agony than bearing an untold story inside you. I want to encourage you to honor the story in you. My name is Amanda Grace, and if you don't know who I am, well then you're in good company, because sometimes I don't know who I am either. But if there's one thing I absolutely love, it's the process of finding out who that is. That is essentially what I do. I teach self-discovery. I want to encourage you to watch this video in full, because I want to inspire you to discover the true value of art journaling. What sets my approach apart is that I walk the path with you. I teach self-discovery not because I have special powers or that I'm perfect, but because I have spent so much of my own life feeling lost and confused. I don't think I've ever felt more capable of finding my own way in life than I do now, but that wasn't always the case. You see, a few years ago, after a lifetime of suppressing and then finally reclaiming my inner artist, which was a process in itself, I started a little creative enterprise, and I was selling my art at markets and online. I had just turned 40 and I was pretty happy with my life, until in 2016 I experienced the pain of pregnancy loss. Deep inside my grief, I raged into my journals. I came out from behind the pretty paintings and nice things I thought everyone else wanted me to create, and I just let loose. And that's when something remarkable happened that changed everything for me. In my state of distress, I realized I didn't have to do art perfectly or properly or even professionally in order for it to serve a purpose. In other words, for the first time in my life, I allowed myself the space for raw self-expression for its own sake. And by creating something beautiful out of my grief, I slowly began to heal. You see, up until that point, I thought my creativity was yet another thing I had to perform a certain way so as to get the approval and acceptance I craved from others. What I realized was that it was actually a conduit for healing the most important relationship of my life. It's the one I have with myself. It was such a powerful turning point for me that in 2017, I got sober from alcohol and nicotine, and I finally found the courage to begin addressing decades of disordered eating and body shame. The true recovery that seemed so impossible to me before was now becoming a reality. And so now I want to invite you to imagine what it would be like if journaling could open the door of possibility in your life too. Because here's what I know for sure. When you change your inner world, your outer world changes along with it. So I want to invite you to join my next live bootcamp. It's the Creative Freedom Bootcamp. And here's why I'm doing it. I'm doing this because there are too many women out there believing that creativity is just for artists, chasing ideals at the cost of their own integrity, keeping ourselves small for fear of taking up space in our imperfect bodies. I want to shatter the illusion of perfection. I want to celebrate the messy and the true. I want us to stop sanitizing our stories and exhausting ourselves trying to be good and proper and accommodating and nice. Don't you want to break free of all that? I know I do. And in order to do that, you have to have a pretty solid relationship with yourself. And that's why I want you to join my bootcamp. Let's awaken your secret superpower that can help you get on your own side. Just click any of the buttons on this page to grab your ticket for less than the price of your last takeout. I believe in this bootcamp so much that if you feel like you haven't received at least 10 times the value, I will happily refund you in full, no questions asked. Is this a bad deal? I don't think so. All you've got to do is click any of the buttons on this page to sign up now. And in full transparency, this is the only time this price will be this low. I do plan to increase it in the future, so make sure you get access at the lowest price it's going to be. Just click that button and I'll see you in the bootcamp.